Going to be a spoken English class, and it's the first day that we are going to learn something about the spoken English and what hinders us from speaking, from communicating. All right. Since it's the first class, only if we know the barriers, we will be able to go further. Only if we know the obstacles that are lying in front of us, we'll be able to remove the obstacles and then we'll be able to move forward. Yes. So, in the very first class, we are going to discuss the barriers to communication and then how to remove the barriers and what are the easy ways to speak in English. Yes. First of all, I wish to dedicate this entire class to my tuition teacher who taught me in my 10th grade. His name is Mr. Tirunavukarasu. He was the one who introduced auxiliary verbs to me. When I was in my 10th grade, I really didn't know the importance of auxiliary verbs. But now, whatever the little English that I speak, it's with the help of auxiliary verbs. Certainly, auxiliary verbs help me communicate my mind. And I oftentimes defy in the classroom, challenge in the classroom that without these auxiliary verbs, we will not be able to write, speak even one sentence in English. Yes, I used to challenge, and even now I can challenge. My dear audience, what made me say this particular statement in an imperative manner? Because this is a proven method. As I've told you before, whatever the little English that I speak, it's because of the auxiliary verbs that I have learned, that I have memorized. Yes, as I've told you, the barriers to communication are 7 things. I actually created a mnemonic technique to remember all the 7 words. It goes like this. Yes, Levin. Lime pig. L-I-M-E-P-I-G. Yes, Rosario. Lime pig. See, this is a mnemonic technique to remember the barriers to communication. As I've told you before, only if we know the barriers, we will be able to remove them. Only if we are able to remove the barriers and obstacles, we will be able to move forward. The 7 barriers. Can Levin or Rosario try to tell me the expansion of the first letter L? The first letter L. Can you try to tell me the expansion of L? Because lime pig is an acronym. L-I-M-E-P-I-G. Yes, Levin, you can also give a try. If not, without wasting our time, let me tell you. The first letter L stands for lexical items. What do you mean by lexis? Levin or Rosario, can you try to tell me? What do you mean by lexis? Lexis is nothing but words or vocabulary. So the first barrier that everybody comes across in the world is vocabulary. I oftentimes give this example in my class. I ask my students, can you scold me or appreciate me in French language? Or can you appreciate me in German language? Can you appreciate me in Russian language? Can you praise me in Armenian language? My students would scratch their head saying, Sir, we don't even know one word in French or Russian or Latin or Armenian, then how can I appreciate you in that language? How can I praise you by using the words from French or Armenian or Russian? So, my dear viewers, the first thing that one has to improve, enhance, enrich, learn, know is vocabulary, lexis. So if you really wish to learn English, learn vocabulary, learn words. Minimum 100 verbs, if you know, because you've already learned 100 words. If I tell you maybe go or come or eat or sleep or walk or play, I'm sure everybody will be able to tell me the meaning of them, or you will be able to act. Sometimes we do dumb charade. If I ask you to walk, you'll be able to walk. If I ask you to sleep, you'll be able to sleep. If I ask you to yawn, you will be able to yawn. If I ask you to sneeze, you will be able to sneeze. If I ask you to scratch your head, you will be able to do it. Meaning, we already know, or we've already learnt or known minimum 100 words in English. In addition to that, an extra 50 words or 100 words, and then arranging words in an order will help us communicate in English, will help us put across our mind in English. Fine. Let me move on to the next letter, that is I. Can Rosario or Levin or Balaji? I don't understand anything, Balaji. Don't worry, Balaji. You will definitely understand if you just listen to me. The first barrier is to communication is words. So if you do not know words, you cannot speak in English. For example, what is your mother tongue, Balaji? What is your mother tongue? Is your mother tongue Tamil? Do you speak Tamil at home? Yes, Balaji. Don't worry, just listen to me. We have few more classes. If you attend my classes, I am sure you will be able to understand, and then you will be able to speak in English. If you want, I can ask in Tamil. Balaji Chandrasekharan, உங்களுடைய தாய்மொழி என்ன? Type. So the first one, as I've told you, lexical item. The second one is interest. You have to have interest to speak in English, or to learn anything, or to do any work, or to do any task. You have to have interest. If you don't have interest, believe me, you cannot learn anything. This reminds me of an incident or an anecdote I wish to share here. This anecdote goes like this. Steve Jobs delivered a discourse in a meeting. During the meeting, he asked a very pertinent question. The question goes like this. Hi, everyone. How many of you are willing to go to heaven? He asked. Almost everybody in the auditorium raised their hands, saying, Sir, I wish to go to heaven. My dad has told me a lot of things about heaven. My holy books have told me a lot of things about heaven. Heaven is a wonderful place. Heaven is a place where everybody can enjoy after one's death. So, I wish to go to heaven. Almost everybody raised their hands. The next question Steve Jobs asked in the meeting, that was quite funny and interesting as well. The question was, Hi Balaji. The question was, how many of you are willing to die? My God, how can he ask this question? See, we are all eagerly listening to Steve Jobs, but suddenly he is asking a question, how many of you are willing to die? My goodness, how can he ask such a question to us? Everybody put their hands down angrily. Steve Jobs literally chuckled. He said, My dear audience, my dear friends, Please don't mistake me. You have to understand one thing. You got to know one thing. That is, there is a nexus, there is a connection between the first question and then the second question. The first question was that, how many of you are willing to go to heaven? And the second question was that, how many of you are willing to die? Please try to understand. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody is willing to die. Meaning, only if we die, we will be able to see the heaven. Sir, isn't it a spoken English class? Why are you talking about die? There are two reasons. Number one, we all wish to learn English. We all wish to speak English flawlessly, proficiently, but we are not ready to work harder. Even if you spend 1 hour a day, in 30 days, you will find the difference. Believe me, mark my words, M-A-R-K, my words. If you continuously read 1 hour, whether you understand or whether you find it harder to comprehend, never mind, keep doing, keep reading. I'll tell you the 24 verbs that will help you communicate in English. Please keep listening to me. So the second barriers to communication is I, that is interest. So the first one is lack of lexis, and the second one is lack of interest, and the third one is motivation, lack of motivation. There are two types of motivation. One is an internal motivation and another one is an external motivation. Sometimes we all wish to get motivation from our friends, from our peer group, from our parents, from our neighbors, from our relatives. Believe me, external motivation will not last longer, whereas the internal motivation will last longer. You have to have internal motivation. Your mind, your heart, your body should tell you, hey, come on, Ganesh, Balaji, Levin, Rosario, it's important to speak in English. You should motivate yourself. I can show you the difference. The person who speaks English will get minimum 5-digit salary. Sometimes even for a day he will get 5-digit salary. The person without English, the person without the knowledge of English will not be able to do well in the interview, will not be able to get 6-digit salary in a month or in a day. So you have to think of that and you should motivate yourself. See, there is a method called the carrot and cane, stick, carrot and stick punishment. You should tell yourself, hey Ganesh, please speak in English. If you speak in English, I'm sure you will get good money. If you speak in English, people would respect you. If you speak in English, you can understand the context. If you speak in English, you can understand any book under the sun. Yes, so you have to motivate yourself. What was the method that I have mentioned? Carrot and stick, carrot and cane. If you do not do it, I will cane you, I will beat you, I will hit you. Maybe that method will be used by our teacher, sometimes by our parent. You don't worry about it. This carrot method you have to use. Perhaps the cane method will be used by your teacher. Caning is beating. So we cannot beat ourselves, whereas we can appreciate ourselves. Hey Ganesh, hey Levin, hey Balaj, hey Rosario, please, you should learn 10 words a day. You should start speaking every day in English, either with your friends or within you, right? So this is one of the best ways to motivate yourself. And then the fourth letter is E, that is exposure. Many a times we all feel, sir, I wish to speak in English, sir, but then the minute I go out of the classroom, I don't find people speaking in English. When I go to my domicile, when I go to my places, when I go to my native town, nobody speaks in English, sir. So I don't find an exposure to speak in English. I don't find an ambience to communicate in English. My dear friends, if you feel so, please do one thing. Perhaps you can have a group of people, or you can tell your friends, hey, every Friday we should speak only in English, or every Thursday we should speak only in English. You have to create your own exposure. All right. Sometimes, whenever you meet your friends, whenever you meet your teachers, at least try to communicate in English. If not, two, three sentences, one sentence would do. Sir, good morning, sir. Did you have your breakfast? Sir, have you had your breakfast? Start questions like this. How are you, sir? Sir, I have a doubt. Sir, could you please clarify my doubt? Start simple sentences. My UG teacher advised me to frame sentences with two words, with three words, with four words. Believe me, I started doing like that. That helped me speak in English. As I've told you before, I've come from Tamil medium background. Till my 12th, I was not at all good at English. I used to read, I used to memorize, I used to learn them by heart, but trust me, I had never spoken in English till my 12th. In fact, till my UG days, I was struggling to communicate in English, whereas my friends used to speak good English and I used to befriend them. I used to seek their help every now and then, and they taught me some sentences. And my professors used to teach a lot of things, and whatever I listened to, I used to write them during my UG days. Perhaps that would have helped me communicate in English. So, four barriers we've discussed so far. L stands for lexis, lack of lexical items. I stands for interest, lack of interest. M stands for lack of motivation. E stands for lack of exposure. My dear viewers, if you really wish to learn English, try to remove the lacks. Have a lot of words in your mind, memorize a lot of words, use the lot of words in your day-to-day communication, and then create interest, have internal motivation, and try to create exposure in your locality. And then big, I hope you all remember. P stands for peer groups. What do you mean by peer groups? Your friends. Try to have peer groups who try to speak in English. Try to have peer groups who encourage you to speak in English. Try to befriend them and tell them, hey, even I don't know English, you don't know English, let's try to learn together. See, there is a saying, if you want to walk for 10 minutes, walk alone. If you wish to walk for an hour, walk together. So you wish to learn something, not for a day, but then for lifetime. If that is the case, have a friend. Tell him, hey, let us speak in English for 5 minutes every day, or every Friday. We should not use even one word in Tamil. Have a wonderful peer group. Sometimes our peer group will call us Peter. Hey, here comes the Peter. If he, keeps speaking in English which we don't understand, please try to stay away from them, because if they keep ridiculing you, you may not be able to speak in English, you may not be able to enrich your communication skills. I am reminded of my friend Dr. Suresh. Even he has a YouTube channel. When he was doing his UG days, he tried to communicate in English every day. Many a times, even some of my friends and I used to ridicule him, but that gentleman used to stay away from us, and he tried to communicate in English. He tried to watch BBC news channel every day. He used to read newspapers every day, and as soon as he completed his UG, his English was impeccable. As soon as he completed his UG, he joined PG, and even during his PG days, he was highly appreciated by his own classmates and by his own teachers and professors. And after his PG, he immediately got a job in call center in an IT company because his English, his accent was really good. So my dear friends, if your friends ridicule you, try to stay away from them. And next letter I. I means inhibition. We all feel shy. Sir, I wish to speak in English, sir, but then I am inhibitive in nature. Sir, I wish to speak in English, sir, but I feel shy. If I speak in English, some of my friends may ridicule me. So I'm afraid of speaking in English. I feel shy to speak in English. My dear friends, I'd always give this example. If tortoise or snail keep their head inside, the shell, they will not be able to move forward. If they wish to move forward, they have to come out of the shell. Similarly, if you wish to communicate in English, my dear friends, you should come out of the shell. You should come out of the inhibition. All right, shyness. Only if you come out of your shyness, you will be able to speak in English. And the last letter G stands for grammar. Grammatical competence. Grammar, yes, will help you communicate in English. So 7 barriers to communication we've seen so far. Let me recapitulate all the 7 barriers to communication or obstacles to communication. Line pick. L stands for Lexis, I stands for interest, M stands for motivation, E stands for exposure, P stands for peer groups, and I stands for inhibition, and G stands for grammatical competence. Except I used lack of for all the 7 words. Lack of lexis, lack of interest, lack of motivation, lack of exposure, lack of peer groups, lack of grammatical competence. Friends, if you can remove all the lacks, you can earn in lakhs. Keep this in your mind. Fine. So now that we've learned barriers to communication, sir, what next? The second thing that I'm going to tell you is learn auxiliary verbs. See, at the beginning of the video, I said I wish to dedicate this entire speech to my tuition teacher, Mr. Tirunavukarasu, because he was the one who introduced auxiliary verbs to me. I really didn't know the importance of auxiliary verbs when I was in my 10th grade. Now I know the significance of learning auxiliary verbs. Wherever I go, I talk about it because, as I've told you before, whatever the little things that I speak, it's because of the auxiliary verbs. Fine, friends. What are the auxiliary verbs? What do you mean by auxiliary verbs, right? Maybe Balaji or Rosario or Levin may ask this question to me. What do you mean by auxiliary verbs? The meaning of the word auxiliary is helping. Helping verbs. See, without these helping verbs, we will not be able to speak in English, my dear friends. So learn these 24 verbs. You can either memorize them or you can start using them every day. Sir, please spill the beans. Sir, put the cat out of the bag. Reveal the secret. Fast, right? You are all sitting like an eager beaver. You are all willing to learn eagerly the 24 verbs. Dear friends, in English, we have 3 magical words we usually say. What are the 3 magical words? Thank you. Because English, sometimes people say, is not a respectful language. We call our teacher he, our friend he is my teacher, he is my friend. Whereas in Tamil, we would add perhaps 1 letter extra, right? So English, people say, is not a respectful language. Then how will you make the language respectful? By using words like thank you, kindly, and then please. These three are called magical words. So now I'm going to tell you magical verbs that will help you speak in English. What are they? I'm able to remember which I memorized in my 10th grade. I completed my 10th in 1997, but I still remember all the 24 auxiliary verbs. I'm still able to remember, I'm still able to recapitulate, I'm still able to recollect all the 24 verbs. Not only now, whenever you ask me, during our school days, our teachers would tell us, right? Even when you are asleep, if I wake you up, you should be able to tell tables till 20. I remember I used to know tables till 20, but now perhaps I would have forgotten. But if you ask me, I can tell you even tables. I'm talking about mathematics, mathematical tables. Yes. So 24 auxiliary verbs. Are you all excited to learn them? Yes, friends. It goes like this: am, is, was, or, were, do, does, did, have, has, had, shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, need, dare, used to. I'll give all these 24 verbs in my description. Don't worry about it. Try to memorize them first. And let me tell you again: am, is, was, or, were, do, does, did, have, has, had, shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, need, dare, used to. 24. I usually ask questions like this during my class hours. Hey guys, what comes to your mind when you think of the number 24? Sometimes students would say, so when I think of the word 24, I'm reminded of a day, because one day has 24 hours. Sometimes students would tell me, sir, I'm reminded of a movie. I guess there is a movie called 24. Sometimes students would tell me, sir, I am a patriotic guy, so I'm reminded of 24 spokes that one can find in our Indian flag. All right? But to me, if you ask me, what comes to your mind when you think of the letter 20? I mean, when you think of number 24, I would always tell you auxiliary verbs, because I'm indebted to auxiliary verb. I'm indebted to my teacher for introducing these auxiliary verbs. My dear friends, if you wish to speak in English, learn one word a day. Meaning one word a day? Yes. Take one word, that is am, and then try to frame sentences by using the word am. If possible, 50 sentences and 50 questions by using the word am. Sir, you said you talk about die when you were talking about Steve Jobs. Yes, wait. The die, D-I-I-E. My God, sir, I guess you've misspelled the word die. No, wait. Steve Jobs was talking about die, D-I-E. But I am talking about die, I've added one letter extra. Again, another mnemonic technique. Right? They are called types of sentences in English. There are 4 types of sentences in English. They are declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Declarative sentence means a sentence which declares something, which is also known as statement. Statement means a sentence which states something. Affirmative, a sentence which affirms something. Assertive sentence. A sentence which asserts something is called statement. Declarative sentence, assertive sentence, and affirmative sentence. And the second I stands for interrogative sentence. What do you mean by interrogative? Interrogative sentence interrogates, probes, questions like Levin, how old are you? Rosario, where are you from? Balaji Chandrasekharan, did you have your supper? Did you enjoy your day today? These are all questions, correct? So the second letter I stands for interrogative. So as I've told you before, take one word a day, that is I am today. Write 50 sentences. Usually when you use the word am, you would use to describe yourself. I am a student, I am from Attiyur, I am from Perambalur district, I am a professor in a college, I am a father of 2 kids, I am interested in speaking in English, I am interested in learning English, I am interested in enriching my English language. I can tell you 50 sentences at once. Similarly, learn to use them in questions. Am I your teacher? Am I your friend? Am I going at the right direction? Am I good at English? Am I from Trichy? Similarly, viewers, to try to frame 50 sentences, declarative sentences, and 50 interrogative sentences. On the second day, take the word is. Am, is. He is my friend. She is my lover. It is my notebook. This is my book. This is my specs. This is my pen. Right? Something like that. Try to frame declarative sentences. And 50 interrogative sentences. Aha, is this your book? Hey, is this your notebook? Is this your pen? Is he your friend? Is this your classroom? Try to frame interrogative sentences. So 50 declarative and 50 interrogative sentences. Third day, take the word was. Am, is, and was. Was? See, I'm not going to teach you tenses. If you learn all these 24 verbs, you can learn all the tenses. Mind you, you can learn almost all the grammars under the sun. If you learn these 24 verbs, if you learn to use these 24 verbs in sentences, you can change the voices from active to passive. You can learn all the tenses, and you can learn direct to indirect as well. You can learn to speak in English. As I've told you, DIIE, you can learn them as well. Got it? So the third word that I've told you is introduced is was. I was a school student. I was studying in a government school which is located at Labbai Kudikadu. I was staying in a government hostel till my PG days. He was my friend, meaning he is no longer my friend. She was a studious student, meaning she is not studious anymore. She is not sincere anymore. So when you learn to use the word was in sentences, you can understand, oh, I have to use was only to talk about the past events. And then the fourth word is are, A-R-E. Sir, they are my friends. They are cricket players. Sir, they are singers. You are my guru. All right. So I've introduced the fourth word are. Declarative sentences. They are declarative sentences, aren't they? To learn question tags, you should learn all these 24 verbs first. As I've told you before, these 24 verbs will help you learn everything under the sun. I keep using the idiom under the sun. And the fourth one, are you my friend? Are you going to the United States of America next year? Are you willing to play with us? Are you interested in playing chess? You can frame many more sentences like that. The fifth word is or, was, were. W-E-R-E. See, there is a difference between were and where. Sometimes we get confused with these two words. Hey, where were you yesterday? If you want to know the whereabouts of somebody, you should ask like this: where were you yesterday? Perhaps you can answer like this: I was at my college yesterday. I was at my college because we celebrated 79th Independence Day yesterday. Got it? We were attending a course. We were singing songs on a Sunday. Got it? Declarative sentences. How to question or how to use them as interrogative sentences. How to use this word where, were in interrogative sentences. Very, very simple. If you use all the auxiliary verbs at the beginning of the sentence, they are interrogative sentences. If you use them after the subject, they are declarative sentences. How to use them in interrogative sentences? Were you at Mylapore yesterday? Yes, I was at Mylapore yesterday. Got it. Were you talking to the principal yesterday? Yes, I was talking to the principal yesterday. Were they doing yoga yesterday? Yes, they were doing yoga yesterday. Were you practicing Silambam yesterday? Yes, I was practicing Silambam yesterday. Got it? This is how you need to frame sentences by using the auxiliary verbs. This is how you need to frame questions as well. We've learned 5 words. And then the 6th one: am, is, was, are, were, do, does, did. Do. Many a times we may not be able to use the word do, especially in the positive sentences in English. For example, you can say, I do invite you for my marriage. I do tell you. In order to emphasize, we use the word do. Sir, please do come, sir. Sometimes when you invite your friends for a marriage or for a PhD viva, we use the word do come. Got it? Otherwise, we use the word do in a hidden verbs. So what do you mean by hidden verbs? Let me tell you one thing. Any base verb will have do hidden in it. Meaning, if you take the word go can be split into two, that is do plus go. The word play can be split into two, do plus play. So please remember like this: the word do has O, right? So O can be remembered as 0. 0 plus any number is equal to the number. For example, 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. 0 plus 7 is equal to 7. Similarly, 0 plus go is equal to go. 0 plus play is equal to play. So meaning, do plus play is equal to play. Do plus come is equal to come. Do plus want is equal to want. Do plus call is equal to call. Again, I wish to thank my tuition teacher for introducing this concept in my 10th grade. I am really grateful to him. Do plus come, right? I can ask you a question. Do you come to college every day? How do you answer this question? I usually tell this in my class. If the word you, if you find the word you in an interrogative sentence, when you answer, it will become I. If you find your in an interrogative sentence, when you answer, this will become my. Got it? So, it goes like this. How are you? I am fine. Oh, how did you answer this? How are you? You became I, or became am, and how became fine. Got it? Same like mathematics and algebraic expression. When did you come to Chennai? When did you come to Chennai? You becomes I. Did plus come is equal to came. So do plus come is equal to come. Did plus come is equal to came. Does plus come is equal to comes. Does plus go is equal to goes. Got it? Yes. So now I can ask you a question. Does he come to class regularly? Yes, sir. He remains the same. He. Does plus come becomes comes. Does he come to class every day? Yes. He does plus come is equal to comes. Yes, sir. He comes to class every day. This is how you need to frame sentences. Balaji, if you listen to this lecture again, I'm sure you will be able to frame sentences in English flawlessly, and you will be able to speak English proficiently. So got it? Now do, does, did. I've given you 3 examples. Perhaps if I talk about irregular verbs, let me take the word go. Do you go to temple every day? Yes, sir. I go to temple every day. So do plus go become do plus go is equal to go. Did you go to temple yesterday? Yes, sir. I went to temple yesterday. How did you get this word went here? Did plus go is equal to went. All right. Does she call you every day? Yes, she calls me every day. Oh, how did you get this word calls? Does plus call is equal to calls. That's all, my dear viewers and friends. If you learn this concept, mark my words, you can speak wonderful English. Am is was, are were, do, does, did. Now have, has, had. So how to use these words in sentences? Have. Hey, have you spoken to your father? Has Shakespeare written 154 sonnets? Had he told me this, I would have done it. Got it? So if you are using have, has, had, you have to use only V3 word, that is go, went, gone. The third form should be used. We call this past participle. Whenever you are using have or has or had, use past participle. Have you played cricket? Had he played cricket before he met you? Has she spoken to you? Has she called you? Got it? Learn this concept. And then next, shall, should. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Please watch the video which I have already uploaded. Should I talk to you now? And then will, would. Will you call me this evening? Will we go to movie tomorrow? Yeah, would. As I've told you, even to learn direct to indirect, these 24 verbs will help you. All right. So will, would, past, future, but then past. Past, future, sometimes we say that. He told me that he would come to meet me. Will, would. Can, could. Hey, can you talk to me now? Could you please do it for me? Here, I wish to narrate a story here. Whenever we are using can, C-A-N, please don't use able. I've again uploaded a short. Please watch that. So why shouldn't I use can and able in a sentence? It's very, very simple. Can means able. Able means can. All right. If you've ever read the Bible, you would have come across these two characters, Cain and Abel. In Tamil, you call them Cain and Abel. If Cain comes, Abel wouldn't come because they are siblings and they hate each other. Similarly, In English grammar, Cain and Abel don't go together. Easy to remember, isn't it? It's easy to remember. So Cain and Abel don't get together in the Bible because they hate each other. If Cain sees Abel, he feels like killing him, and if Abel sees Cain, doesn't feel like seeing him. I've heard this story somewhere. So, my dear viewers, don't use Cain and Abel in a sentence. If you use them, it is called a tautology. It's called a common error in English. So, can could. May and might. May I talk to you, sir? May I get in, sir? May I come inside, sir? You are seeking permission from somebody. Might is sometimes used even in the past context. He might have informed you, or she might have informed me that she wouldn't make it. Got it? Sometimes might is used as I've told you, to seek permission, right? He might be able to come tomorrow. Sometimes we speak like this. Might, right? And then must is used in an imperative context. Must I tell you this? He must have informed you. I must do it today. We must learn to speak in English. Yeah, in an imperative context, as I've told you. Should and must. Degree varies though, but then we should learn them. May, might, must. And then 4, what do you call them? Semi-modals. Need, dare, used to. Must, dare, need, used to. Dare, how dare you talk to me? Dare he enter the room? Sometimes we ask like this. Need, I need to talk to you. He need not speak to me now, because this is a semi-modal. And then the next word is very, very important word, used to. What do you mean by used to? See, if you want to talk about the past events, you should use used to. Sir, I used to play cricket, meaning I'm not playing cricket anymore. My father used to give me pocket money. He's not giving me anymore. I used to take a nap when I was a college student. I'm not sleeping anymore. I'm not taking nap anymore. All right. So we've learnt all the 24 verbs. My dear viewers, there are a lot of AI tools. Use them wisely. For example, if you do not know how to use them in sentences, the 24 verbs I've introduced to you, take one word a day. Use AI tools like ChatGPT, Agnes, Gemini, Perplexity, Claude AI, Humata, Zero GPT. There are a lot of AI tools. Meta AI, if you are a WhatsApp user, I'm sure you would have used Meta AI. And many times people have told me, or sometimes people tell me, so I've never heard of Meta AI. My dear viewers, it is on your WhatsApp. Just above your contacts, there will be a phrase called Meta AI. Just type there. Type like this. Give me 50 words using am. Then it will give you 50 words. 50 sentences. You will have to rephrase them. Don't use as it is. You rephrase them. And next day, take is. Third day was. Fourth day was. Something like this. If you plan like this, please, my dear viewers, you can learn English easily. 24 days, I'm sure you will speak impeccable English. Your English will be flawless if you follow this religiously and meticulously. So, dear viewers, we discussed DIIE, declarative sentences, imperative or interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, and exclamatory sentences. And then 24 magical words: am, is, was, are, were, do, does, did, have, has, had, shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, need, dare, used to. 24 auxiliary verbs, and use them every day. Use them wisely. As I've told you, take one word a day. In English, there is a phrase: have one apple a day. Eat an apple a day keeps the doctors away. Similarly, take one word a day. You can keep your English teacher away. You can keep your English professors away. Um, you can, you need not go to any spoken English classes if you do this meticulously. And after learning these 24 verbs, I'll tell you some more useful words. Like, you have to learn pronouns. You have to learn Vanicap. What is Vanicap? It's again it's there in one of my charts. VANICAPP. V stands for verb, A stands for adverb, N stands for noun, I stands for interjection, C stands for conjunction, A stands for adjective, P stands for pronoun, and P stands for preposition. It's there in my shorts. Please watch that if you have not watched it before, and learn them. Learn parts of speech to frame sentences. And then pronouns, as I've told you, pronouns: I, me, my, mine, myself; we, us, our, ours, ourselves; you, your, yours, yourself, and yourselves. The word you is a strange word, because that word can be used as a singular as well as plural. You have to do it by yourself, it means singular. You have to do it by yourselves, it is plural. And then he, him, his, himself; she, her, hers, herself; it, its, itself. And then they, them, their, theirs, themselves. Got it? Learn pronouns also. So if you know all the pronouns, if you know all the auxiliary verbs, if you learn how to use them in sentences, and then if you learn all the 4 types of sentences, my dear viewers, English will be the easiest languages to learn. English will be the easiest language to learn. English will be one of the easiest languages to learn. That is what I was about to tell you. See, how can you say this? See, my son, I'm not boasting, he's learnt French, and he's also learnt Hindi. He is also good at English, and then he's learning Russian now. He told me once that English is the easiest language. I asked how. He said, in all the other languages that he's learnt so far, Hindi or French or Russian, he said, in all the other languages you have differences in feminine gender, masculine gender. You have differences in gender. Meaning, even for table you have to use masculine gender or feminine gender. My God, it was strange, but he told me this. In French you have this. Table has to be used, perhaps in table has to be considered as a feminine gender, or cot has to be considered a feminine gender, something like that. Whereas in English you need not consider table a feminine gender or a masculine gender. Table is a table, like an inanimate object. You will just use it. Whereas in French it's not the case. In Russian it is not the case. So my dear viewers, English is one of the easiest languages to learn. Keep this in your mind. Have the story that I have told you at the beginning, Steve Jobs story. If you keep working harder every day, if you keep practicing every day, 24 days, you will feel the difference. At last, I wish to conclude this class with a wonderful short story. Um, I'll tell you the violinist's name, okay, at the end. There was a very famous violinist. Whenever he played, he would get standing ovation always standing ovation. Once the interviewer, asked him, "Sir, how come you get always standing ovation? Whenever you play violin, you always get a standing ovation. How? How is it possible?" He said, "I practice every day." Uh-huh. You mean to say if you practice every day, you can get standing ovation, whatever you do, whatever you play? He said, "Yes." "Oh, could you please elaborate on it?" My dear interviewer, if I don't practice for a month, my audience will find out the difference. If I don't practice for a week, my wife will find out the difference. If I don't practice for a day, I myself will find out the difference. Meaning, if I do not practice even one day, next day when I take the violin, I will feel something weird and strange. Then I decided, if I don't practice for a day, perhaps it is not good to relish, it's not good to listen to. Then I decided, oh, this should not happen. So I should practice every day. Only then my ears will feel pleased to listen to. Only then I'll feel pleasant to listen to. And if I don't practice for a week, my wife will find out the difference. Meaning, when I play violin, my wife would tell me, I think there is a difference. I think it's not good to listen to. My God, if I don't practice for a month, my audience will find out the difference. See, I am basically a violinist. If I wish to get standing ovation, if you wish to become popular, I have to play violin. So I should practice every day. This I always tell my mind. So I don't want my audience to feel the difference. I don't want my wife to feel the difference. I don't want me to feel the difference. So I started practicing every day. And now, wherever I go, people appreciate me. Wherever I go, people give me standing ovation. So, practice makes a man perfect. Right? And my HOD Dr. Suresh used to say, if you practice in an imperfect way, again that will become yours, right? So perfect practice makes you perfect. Even if you make a mistake, use artificial intelligence, ask if the sentence is grammatically correct, and then you perfect your language. All right. With this, let me wind up. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for patiently listening to me for the last 1 hour. Just a sec. And I forgot to tell you, this story I found it in You Can Win book by Shiv Kara. If time permits, kindly go through that book, and the violinist's name I'll give it in the description box. All right. Thank you so much.